Gary G reporting from the Staples Center as the Los Angeles Clippers defeated the visiting Detroit Pistons 114-82. Fantastic win by the Clippers. Stay tuned for interviews to follow. Chris, how was the performance tonight? You guys blew them out. Even before the game was over, it was over. But what would you say the magic is that you guys are performing at today?
I think it was just our approach to the game. Our core guys, me, Blake, DJ, we've been together for so long now. We know the importance of these games, and just trying to approach each game with the same mentality of not getting too high, not getting too low, staying with the same killer mentality. The season, you're always wondering sort of what your team's identity gonna be, and then once you get a few games under your belt, you sort of start to see that. And I think now our team is excited about our defense. We get excited about stopping teams and trying to keep them under a certain number or whatnot. So that's something I think can be contagious all season long.
The personnel is largely the same as the starters. What's kind of been the difference in what you've seen defensively?
That's a good question, because we say the same. I've thought about that. I was like, man, why didn't we do this last year? But part of it's attention to detail. We tweaked a few things here and there, and trust. That always helps too, is knowing that when you help a guy, another guy's gonna be there.
Blake or Chris, what did the explosive performance you guys had on the road, especially in San Antonio, what did that do for you guys? And as you come back home and you're continuing to ride that wave.
JJ said something about it towards the end while we were on the bench. He was talking about our road trip and how good that was, and how this year, when we come off of road trips where we do well like that, not having letdown. We can name, because we've been together so long, we can name games over the years that we've been like, man, we shouldn't have lost that game. Man, we shouldn't have lost that game. So I know it sounds repetitive, but it's just attention to detail, and one of the biggest things we keep talking about is finishing. You know what I mean? Finishing. So finish the game, finish everything that we do. If it's a drill, every day in practice, having the same mindset and not getting complacent.
Has it felt like you guys have been that dominant at that end?
I think we've been good. I think we can be better than we actually have been. The thing about it that I've noticed this year compared to years past, it really starts in practice for us. Like we get excited about defense, and I've said this several times now, but I don't really think we really, like most of our emphasis coming from the players is on defense. Like we're ready to get 5 stops in a row, 6 stops in a row, whatever it is. The second unit's doing the same thing. So I think the onus has been on the players, just having that mindset and taking pride in it.
How did that mindset change, or when did it change?
Over the years, just like he said, trust. I think we have made some small changes here and there, but this is as far as the starting year, this is pretty much our second year. Everybody playing together, being really familiar with each other. I think everybody's just kind of focused and paying attention to details, like you said.
I think we just we kept defending and we kept running. We didn't try to trick up the game or anything like that. We kept making the extra pass, finding guys, and it's like we said, we just keep talking about not getting complacent. And it may happen sometimes this year, but we actually talk about it not being up 20 and then letting them cut it to 8 and stuff like that. We're trying to keep getting better.
CP and I have talked about a lot. Just taking the next step as a team. Even when you're up 30 or 20 or whatever it is, there shouldn't be let up, but you can't start playing a different way and practicing bad habits just because you're up by a lot. It's doing those little things. I think that's part of it. Taking pride in the one-on-one, and then also being there to help your teammates. I know that's kind of what we've been sitting up here saying the whole time, but having a different mindset, knowing, we all know that what our schedule looks like. We know that we're not going to practice that much, so when we do get in there and we do have time to practice, when we are there for shoot-arounds, I think really locking in and taking ownership as players. Like, hey, we gotta learn this, or we gotta get this down, or talking something out on our own, figuring out a set that how we want to guard it. Just little things like that, I think, go a long way. And it helps to also have a team that's been together for a long time.
Yeah, I think with Doc, it's a trust factor too. you know, and that we've been with Doc now for a while, and we know how he does allow us to be professionals, you know, and that we don't practice every day and stuff like that, but he trusts us to come in and get our work and stuff like that. So, especially with the schedule looking the way it looks, you know, he does a great job of making sure we get our rest, as well as trusting us and knowing that we're going to be pros and we're going to get our work in and stuff like that. So it's not always about, like, quantity, it's, you know, quality.
Last one.
Get them beat, get them beat.
Hi, so I was just wondering, how are you going to be able to sustain this level of play for the grind rest of the season?
It's a great question, you know. And, you know, in all seriousness, not to be funny, but, like, this is our job. You know what I mean? Like, this is what, you know, we signed up for. You know, we have a lot of guys on our team that have been in this league a while, and I think what's nice about it, too, is that we have so many different guys that can push each other. You know, whether it's, I think it was last week, I was a little sick going into the game, and B came up to me before the game, was like, I know you ain't feeling, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. So we have guys on our team where we push each other on certain nights in a long schedule, long season. You know, we have to pick each other up.